Good day, Liam from tutortouch here. Today I'll be giving a quick brief demo of some of the features and tools within our No program. Let's jump straight into it. To begin, we can have a look at some of the themes or templates. When you go over to template, you can change the template to a writing line or a grid or cubes if you must, as well as a music sheet if you wish to use that. And there are some sports fields to use as well. Over onto background, you can change the color of the background. So at the moment it's set to white for whiteboard, or black. You can move it over to black for a blackboard, as well as different colors such as purple and pink and green as well if you wish to do that. Further down, you'll see you can set the image as a background as well. So over here, I have an accounting ledger for all the accounting teachers in the room, as well as a rugby field for the rugby fanatics in case you need to work on some tactics or formations on the panel. To write on the panel is very simple. You can use either your finger or your stylus, and both work hand in hand with one another. So we can simply click on write, and you'll see you're able to set your stylus, the tip of the stylus to do something different, the back end of the stylus, and your fingers to do something different. So you can simply just drag across, and it has 50 points of touch. We can use the back side of the stylus, and you'll see it will be something else. And then we can use the top of the stylus or the tip of the stylus, and that will have a different function in a different color. Okay, to erase, it's very simple. You can either use the back of your hand, erase it, or click on clean all to remove all of the contents on the page, or you can simply slide it out of the way if you wish to do that. Let's move on to some of the cool little tools we have within the No program. We'll go ahead and we'll start with the ruler. You can simply select it, drag it in, drag and drop your line across, and it will give you a measurement of the line as well. We have a protractor that we can use. You can simply extend it, create our line, our circle, and that will give you the radius as well. And if you move over here, we can use this, and you can simply chart or create an angle by clicking over there, and it will give you the angle of which you just created, as well as the measurements of the lines. Further on, there are some shapes we can use, both 2D and 3D. Also very simple to use, simple drag and drop. We can go over to the 3D ones, same concept, drag and drop, and simple as that. Note is good for if you want to just add a quick note to the top of your panel. So maybe you have homework that you'd like to show, or a quick note about whatever topic you're discussing. You can just add that note in the top corner. Mind map allows you to create a quick mind map. So we have a mind map we're creating about flowers, and there we go. That is our mind map. You can then write the other topics in and just expand it more by simply clicking on the plus. When you move on, we go over to forms. This is basically just a table. So we'll insert the table, we'll click on write, and then you can extend and add cells by simply dragging across, and the length of the cell will then change with how much space you use. So if I write like that, it should then extend with regards to that, just keeping that in the shape as well, within the space as well. Over here, partition. This is good for if you want to have your learners come up and just work together and collaborate, or have a quick contest to see who can do the math sum quicker. So as you can see, I'm writing this side. I can't move over to that side. You can't move over to the side. This person can erase while this one writes. And then when we close this, it will just insert to the panel, and that content won't be lost. The student's work will be saved on the panel as well. Further on, there is functions for the maths teacher. You can simply create linear functions or any other functions you wish. There we have our linear one. We have our quadratic function, and we can simply insert that into our panel and have it a part of your lesson or whatever you are discussing at that time. Further on, we'll go over to the physics teachers now. We have a periodic table. You can either insert the entire periodic table, or you can choose a few of the elements and further expand on them by clicking on these arrows. It will give the atomic number and just a breakdown on the element as a whole. Further on, we have some simulations. This is a software that is built into the panel called FET. You have physics simulations that you can use, chemistry simulations, as well as math simulations, and a few other subjects that you can touch on. To save your content, it doesn't have to just stay here on the board. You can then save this to the Finder and then open up this note program or this note file again later on. Simply click on menu, save as. You can then select where you're going to save it. And when you click on save, it will then be saved to your Finder. If you wish to share this quickly with the learners as they're walking out of the class, just to make sure that they have the homework, they have the content with them, you can simply click on QR code. Note will generate a QR code and they can go ahead, scan it, and they can download the program or the file to their phone or whatever device they have. You might be wondering now though, what about my PDFs? How do I work on my PDF files? So we'll go over to a PDF that I have opened. This is English. You can simply use the mark tool or feature built in on the on the panel, and you can annotate and highlight important concepts if you wish to do that, and all of this will disappear as soon as you close it. Liam from TutorTouch, thank you for watching.